Put on your seatbelts because this is a big issue. So, we were founded, I strongly believe that we were founded as a Judeo-Christian nation. And that's, it talks about that many, many times. And George Washington's journal, several different, there's tons of evidence based here. But what was very clear was that we would have freedom. Freedom of religion is very specific. And I think we have a problem here where people like to beat this drum and they like to get people behind xenophobia. And then they want to characterize certain people as a certain way. So we had a very high-ranking CIA officer that was serving in an Islam nation. He converted to Islam. There wasn't a huge uproar in our country to get rid of him. Nothing occurred. Nothing happened to him. He continued serving. We've had tons of Islamic people that are Muslim that are serving. Robert tried his best to explain some of these issues, and you have to get back to the basis here. People that are uneducated and they haven't actually studied, they just listen to rumor. They don't know that the God that Muslims pray to is the same God that we pray to as Christians. It is no different. They have in the Torah. So this is a difference between Jews, Christians, and Muslims. You got to be careful here because you got Messianic Jews and they believe that Jesus was divine. Muslims believe that Jesus was a prophet. You get in this area where regular Jews believe Jesus was a prophet. The big difference with Islam, with Shia and Sunni Muslims, they have an argument over a bloodline of where it came down. So they split into two sects. But at the end of the day, when they pray to Allah, a lot of people want to make that some horrible thing, like they're praying to this God that is out of control and they're atheists. No, they're praying to our God. In the Arab language, I speak Arabic, they are saying God. They're speaking of our God. It's the same one. You need to be very careful here not to have a religious test to be here in this country, or you must do this. It violates the Constitution. People have a religious right to choose who they pray to or what they pray to. Now, we need to keep a close eye on it. When you see someone swear an oath to this country with their hand on the Quran, does it scare you? I don't know. It shouldn't scare you. Look at our own history. If we were going to be fair and someone brought up the Old Testament and they want to talk about Jesus chasing people through a temple, whipping them because they were exchanging money, the Old Testament and the New Testament are vastly different things. So that the Quran has pieces in it, and you quoted pieces that were not in the Quran. We need to be careful here. Are these people here to destroy our country? Well, some factual evidence here. CAIR, the Muslim Brotherhood, I believe that they should be designated terrorist organizations and that they should be removed from the United States. They shouldn't be allowed to operate or lobby here, yet they do. We have Muslim camps here. Islamic militant camps in the United States are allowed to stay there. And gets back to a quote, if you're willing to exchange, and this was by, tell me if I'm wrong here, Verdell, but this was Thomas Jefferson, I believe. He said, if you're willing to exchange freedom for security, you deserve neither. So are we exchanging freedom of religion for a little more security by taking these people out of our country and saying, because you believe in something I don't believe in, you must leave? Isn't that exactly what he was talking about? Our founding father was trying to prevent.
Yeah, it's Ben Franklin, but yeah, Thomas Jefferson, what he did say, which I like, is I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery.
Okay, so I mixed the two up. So Ben Franklin.